Hello! This video was made to educate teachers about how to differentiate a music classroom. First of all, what is differentiated instruction? It is tailoring instruction to meet the individual needs of students. This is a valuable approach to teaching because you will be able to reach students in ways that will help them be successful in their education. Teachers can differentiate different areas of instruction, including the following 4 areas: content, process, products, and learning environment. Let's go more into depth for each of these. First, let's talk about content. A teacher can differentiate content by altering what students need to learn, as well as how the student will access information. In a music class, make sure to have music theory lessons and assignments of all levels for students who may require something different to fit the learning stage they are in. Also, pick music of varying difficulty so students of all levels will feel comfortable and still be stretched. Some ways for students to get information on music that teachers should have on hand include computers, written materials, audio information, and musical recordings. Take a student named Juan, for example. Juan struggles with the English language because his native language is Spanish. It would be important to provide him with the phonetics for the English songs as well as a Spanish translation of the lyrics so he understands what he is singing about. Also, make sure to seat him next to someone in his section that he can listen to while singing to help make sure he is singing the words correctly. It would also be nice to include a Spanish song in the choir's repertoire to help him feel more confident and valued, as he could help the choir know how to pronounce the words correctly. Now let's move on to process. Process is all about creating activities where students are engaged in order to make sense of the content you are teaching. By creating differentiated activities, students will be more likely to master the subjects taught. Let's look at Susan as a student. Susan struggles with being interested in the content presented in music class because she is very gifted and talented with music. Trying to select a few songs that include different instrumental accompaniment that Susan could participate in would be great. This way, she is not just singing every song, but she has different responsibilities in each song that will help keep her engaged and utilize her many wonderful musical talents. In order to help her not feel singled out, have 1 or 2 other students also play simple instruments such as percussion. Now let's talk about differentiating products. As a teacher, it is important to culminate projects that ask students to rehearse, apply, and extend what they have learned in a unit. It is counterproductive to a student's education to give them busy work or assignments that don't have any real meaning and are just regurgitating information. Projects need to be broad enough for students to be able to make choices on how they would like to show what they learned in the unit. At times, differentiating products may require students to have individualized rubrics for these projects that match their needs and their level. Tyler, a student who struggles with writing and notation, could perform his final composition project in a music theory class instead of notating it. This will help him feel more comfortable with the project, and with a personalized rubric, he will still be able to fulfill the unit final requirements. It also might be nice to give the option for all students to work with partners. That way, if Tyler does want to work on notation, he can work with a partner that has good music notation skills. Finally, look at differentiating the learning environment. A productive learning environment depends on how it works and feels. This classroom may look organized, clean, and nice, but how does it feel? Good learning environments go beyond how they look. It's also important how students are able to work in the classroom. Are there areas where students can work quietly? Are there solid and productive routines? Let's look at a student example. A student named Rachel needs to be in a classroom with areas of quiet that she can work in. She struggles with being distracted by overstimulation and needs time and space to take a sensory break. Creating a break in the routine to allow Rachel and other students who may need to take some time by themselves in a quiet spot is important. In a music classroom, there tends to be at least 1 practice room. This could be the designated area that students can use when they need to take the moment away. It is clear, differentiation is the way to teach. It will not only help those students who need some extra help, it will benefit the other students in the classroom as well. Differentiated instruction will be worth the time and effort as the students learn and succeed.
Created using Powtoon.